URA ezibeera siringi 6 mu 100. Omuguzi asembayo agula ku Haji sukaali kilo ya sukaali aba agigulidde ku 4,500 era ne kitegeeza nti yaba asasudde essente ezivudde ku musolo gwa VAT. Omusolo gwa VAT oguba gukungaanyiziddwa okusinziira ku mitendera egyo gwe guno wammanga ku factory emitwalo 2,300 n'obutundutundu obugwamu. Omusuubuzi w'omu kikuubo n'asasula 4,500 n'obutundutundu obugwamu, ate Haji ow'Ennansana n'asasula siringi 6 mu 100 n'obutundutundu obugwamu. Ekyo kiba kitegeeza nti omusolo omugatte guba gwa mitwalo 3,400 n'obutundutundu obugwamu. Okusinziira ku kyokulabirako ekyo wammanga kitegeeza nti omusuubuzi talina kusasula musolo gwa VAT wabula guno akungaanya mukungaanye, kubanga omusolo gw'aba yasasula ng'asuubula ebintu ateekwa okugutoolako bw'aba tannawa essente eziba zisigaddewo eri ekitongole kya URA, ezo nno ezimuddizibwa mu nkola eyitibwa tax credits.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
They know my man.
Jebale ko sebo.
Kale sebo.
EFRIS.
Aujourd'hui tout est lilo, te wafunye risiti, wagenze kuduka no kule bitu, te wafunye risiti, dayo funye risiti, teleka risiti, nyoza risiti, irisiti. Eyo jole se yange, eyange irisiti, eyo jole se yange irisiti, tompa bidara irisiti. Oja kumpa irisiti, tompa bidara irisiti.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
The new and simple EFRIS mobile app.
Good afternoon and welcome to this special edition of Tax MCHUZI, which we're having live at URA in Sendaula Hall, where the EFRIS penalty waiver is happening. My name is Josephine Kabiesiza and I'm hosting someone here who I'm going to allow to introduce herself before we can get into the gist of our webinar. Hafsa?
Good afternoon. Hafsa Seguya is my name from the Tax Literacies Unit in the domestic taxes. We're here at Sendaula Hall. We've been here for a week and 2 more days, that's today and tomorrow, trying to handle those that had outstanding penalties that we slapped due to non-fiscalization of their transactions.
Yes. Thank you so much. And let's get straight into it. Just tell us a bit about the waiver, the background, like how did you get to this? How did you get to this?
Thank you very much. Ideally, when we talk about EFRIS, everything is contained in the law. That's section 73A and B of the Tax Procedures Code. But 73B basically is a penalty imposition. So ideally, most of the clients were found not fiscalizing, yet they are the VAT registered clients that have to fiscalize. They have to issue invoices on the EFRIS platform. So the penalty is very clear, 300 currency points. That's where the 6 million arose. So they've been having many penalties and not yet paid, and they were contesting them. So after meeting His Excellency on the 7th of May at Kololo, he instructed URA, 1, to hold the field enforcements, and 2, to ensure that we don't do penalize again and we manage those that we had penalized to see that a waiver comes through. So that is why basically we've been here for the whole of last week and maybe today, putting in 2 extra days because of the inflow of the clients that needed their penalties waived. Yes. Ideally, the waivers we've been having ones for clients coming here, like the one for 40D, when we had waivers, and the waivers were basically for penalties and interest. So if you had outstanding liability by 30th of June, that was last year, we're encouraging you at least before 31st December 2023 to at least attend to the principal so that we can waive the penalty. They were basically those that were already in law. But this, we had to get a workaround and see how we had to institute it, because it was a directive from His Excellency. Pardon? Ideally, whoever had gotten an EFRIS penalty in reference to section 73B, that is the 6 million, the 8 million, are those that are eligible to come here and apply. Then we can see how to waive the penalty. But at least there is a blend of tax education. As you wait for your approval notice for the waiver, we do engage them and see how did it come up, how can we make it better, so that you don't land yourself in a penalty once again.
Okay. And what is the procedure once a taxpayer reaches?
Ideally, when a taxpayer reaches, we have a registration desk, because we need to know you, and we encourage the actual, the physical taxpayer to come here by themselves, unless they are represented by an agent or a tax agent whom they practically put on their profile. That's okay, but if you could come physically would be the best. When you do come, register. There's a registration desk. We check the system and see how many penalties you have, and we move you on to the verification desk, which verification desk we verify and see is a penalty there. Had you paid? If you hadn't paid, then ideally we do process it up to the objection section, where the penalty, the waiver could be instituted in the system, then thereafter waived. Moving forward, that is basically what it is.
Okay. And what are the requirements that taxpayers should carry along with them?
Ideally, a taxpayer has to come with their TIN, has to come with an identification that actually shows that the names relate to them, say a national ID, so that we can kickstart everything from there. Because the rest are in the system, we do not need them to come with what proves that actually they have the penalty. Once the TIN is here and identification, we are good to go.
Okay. And beyond the waiver, what should taxpayers look forward to? What other services should they expect?
Ideally, beyond the waivers, we do client services. The normal client services, you need to apply for a TIN, you need to make an amendment on your TIN, so you need to probably change the email, the phone number. If you have more than one directors, you need to input them in the system. Or if you reduce, we also take you through the system ledgers. Ideally, if you have a discrepancy of what your ledger looks like, still all those are services, client support services, that we do offer once you are here.
Okay. What's the turnout been like so far? How many people have we supported?
Ideally, by the time we ended last week, I think we had made 1,000. But when we started on Monday, there were low numbers, because they couldn't confirm actually we could waive. But when the testimonies came out on Tuesday, numbers grew. Wednesday, Thursday, I think by Friday we were more than 1,000 around there. I can't exactly get the physical numbers, but they are growing day by day. And at the end of it all, we have a certificate that we do give you for future reference. In case somebody says you didn't pay, you should just show them the waiver notice.
Okay.
The approval.
Can we see a sample of that waiver notice?
Ideally, when we are trying to look at the waiver notice, it basically looks like this. This is approval of waiver notice, but for confidentiality purposes, I want to cover the names of this client and their TIN. But what I wanted to show you here is penalty in section B. Section A will say, please be informed that the applicant form on this for waiver of penalty, the assessment number is put there, has been approved on this day, the day you came here. Then 2 is penalty waiver details. It gives you the outstanding penalty. Say here it's 6 million. Then what we've waived is still 6 million. Then the net penalty to be paid is 0. It basically gives you an update of what your penalty is, and to show you that we've waived everything in that line. Then down there, an official viewer account assigns on behalf of the authority that they've actually done this and printed the notice and given it to the client. So basically, this is what you should expect to go with when you're done.
All right. And then how can taxpayers avoid such penalties in future?
Ideally, let us ensure that all transactions we do handle issued on the EFRIS platform. Because we have a number of channels that we looked at here while we're training. At least choose a mode or a channel that has both online and offline. So when internet has an issue, you can go in the offline, operate. When it's back, then you can switch on, so that you avoid the penalties by giving reasons. You know, the network was shaky and all that. It can support you. Even electricity shouldn't be a problem, because we have things like the EFD that you can charge the machine and work with it whole day, though you don't have electricity.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Hafsa, for that. Any final remarks, any encouragement to the taxpayers?
Ideally, I would like to encourage taxpayers, because in our training here, we looked at benefits to the client, and most of the benefits are to the client. Why you should use EFRIS, faster refund processing, record keeping in a simplified way without any cost, an expedition of your transactions, a pre-filled return for VAT, you can track your stock, you can even detect where theft is. So there are a number of benefits that you can benefit from once you're on the EFRIS platform. Kindly let's use that, and maybe to thank our clients for supporting us, moving this journey with us. We rolled out EFRIS on the 1st of July 2020. We've been with it. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for paying your taxes, taking your fair share of taxes as we build a nation together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hafsa, and thank you to all those who are watching us. Please come through. As we closed last week, the numbers were overwhelming. The teams had to work until late, and we shall stay here until every last one of you is served. Please come through. There's been an extension, so we're here today, and tomorrow is the last day. So please come through. You just have to come with your details, which could even be saved on your phone, or you memorize it in your head. Just come and tell us your team, tell us about yourself, and let's waive those penalties so that we can continue on a fresh start. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
Hello everyone, my name is Kabri Nareriso. My experience about the EFRIS penalty waiver has been excellent. Yesterday I came, and I didn't come with the owner of the business. So I was explained as to why the owner is needed. So today I've come with the owner, and everything was worked on. I attended the training, got everything that I needed, and my waiver has been removed. So I urge everyone there, atanaba kujja ko penalty that gets this communication. It is easy, it is done within a short period. Thank you, URA.
My name is Secretary Moses. I've come here for a penalty waiver that is of URA. It has been overdue. They have been able to waive the penalty back, and also they have done the sensitization, because the main problem with many people is that they don't understand what EFRIS is. But as of now, I think the group that has been here, it is now able to differentiate between what EFRIS does, what are the advantages of EFRIS, because the few I've talked to, they are like, EFRIS, a new tax, you get 18%, at the end of the day they tax you another 30% income tax. But we have been able to explain, and also the URA team has explained the same, that it is just a system of correcting the older taxes, that is VAT.
Okay, amanya nze Pisoni, tuviridde mukono. Tuze ku URA kulwa penalties ze baali bakuba nga ziva ku EFRIS. Naye tuli basanyufu nti bonna babiggyeko, tetukyabanjibwa, kati kitwetaagisa kutandika kukola nga bwe batusomesezza. So tuli basanyufu nnyo mweyabale nnyo, tujjako sente zo mwali batukubye, kati tugenda kuddayo tukole nga bwe mwatugambye. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala, kitukoze bulungi era mutukolere ddala bulungi nnyo.
Nsanyuse nnyo bawuliza bannange nga nze wano ku URA olw'ensonga ya EFRIS nga tuzze okutuggyako omusolo guno gwe baali batukuba penalty, nga tuli basanyufu nnyo kubanga bazituggyeeko, n'olupapula luno balumpadde, ndi ku 0 kati bassebo, mpulira essanyu lingi nnyo. Ndi wa Umadweya emukono mu tawuni awo ssebo, naye nga yali atuyisiza bubi. N'okusoma tusomyemuko, naye okusomamu okutonotono tweyanza nnyo bannange.
Yeah, this is Ram Sagar from Nile Plywood.
So I visited here in URA. It is a good initiative by the URA for waiver of the penalties. So I am very happy with the URA, whatever initiative taken by them. So I visited here and they helped to me for how to waive off those penalties, and he has given me full guidance. Thank you so much.
I had a